Hello, my fellow VSGers. This is Joe Saint, along with my sidekick, Frankensleeve, bringing you another quick fact, frequently asked question. And this frequently asked question is, what is the honeymoon period? And the honeymoon period are those months post-op where it seems like the weight just falls off of you with no problem and no effort on your part. It usually lasts somewhere between 6 and 12 months post-op, and during that time your stomach is still healing. You may not feel like you're having any hunger at all. You may have to force yourself to eat. And for me it was a great time because I really did hate to eat. It was a love-hate relationship. So I was very happy to be able to not eat at all and just throw it back in food's face and say, hey dude, I don't need you anymore. So for the first 6 months, the weight just seemed like it just melted off me, except for the occasional plateau. But weight loss really didn't require any real effort on my part. Somewhere around the 6 to 7 month mark, my stomach healed up pretty well and it relaxed quite a bit. At that point, I noticed that I could eat more than just 4 ounces of food at a time, and it was easy for me to eat sometimes 6 or 7 ounces at a time. And as well, the weight loss slowed down because at 6 months I had lost around 50 pounds, and of course I wasn't carrying that weight around anymore, so it meant I had to walk harder and walk farther to burn off the same amount of calories. So I had to step up my walking routine in order to burn the same amount of calories every day and watch my food intake, because it was much easier to eat every few hours than it was previously. And if I wasn't careful, it was pretty easy to slip into old habits of eating when I was bored and just taking extra nibble here and extra nibble there. And a lot of the foods that were giving me stomach problems earlier were gone now. I could tolerate pretty much anything I wanted to eat. So it was a real temptation at work to take a bite or have a little piece of cake or a little piece of cookie or whatever they were dispensing out for the monthly birthday parties or any kind of events we had at work. So I had to become more vigilant about what I was eating and making sure that I got my exercise in every day. And around the 9 month mark, I started noticing the occasional head hunger. I would get cravings for foods, but it was different in that I could be satisfied with just what I was already eating. In the past, I had cravings and head hunger that was for a specific food. Like I would get cravings for cherries, and I'd have to go get a cherry pie, or I'd get cravings for French fries and hamburgers, and I'd have to go get my favorite kind of hamburger and French fry meal. And now I can go into the kitchen, and if I have head hunger and I just can't put it off, then I can go eat my normal everyday foods of like my beans and pork loin, and I'm satisfied with that half a cup or 3/4 of a cup of food, and I'm taking in 100 to 150 calories versus eating an entire hamburger meal. So it just does require a little bit more vigilance and a little bit of food substitution to keep everything in check. So that's my explanation of the honeymoon period and how I deal with it. So this is Joe Saint and Frankensleeve signing off from VSG Land. And keep pimping that sleeve.